He's been called unique.
Yeah, well, technically we're all unique.
Irreverent.
Oh, please.
The voice of a generation.
What?
He's Mishki.
That part you have down.
When you've listened to everything else, remember, there's Mishki.
That's the best you got, huh?
Available wherever you get your podcasts.
You've got to be kidding me.
That's Mishki. Mischke. Download today or sometime soon.
Mishki here, joining the GL world to pitch my new podcast, which now comes out twice a week, Wednesdays and Fridays. The show features an extraordinary array of exotic circus performers, forgotten Hollywood starlets, reclusive Fortune 500 CEOs, professional taxidermists. Yep, wait a minute, that's a different promo. Where's the promo for GLers? Here it is. Let's try this again. Mishki here, pitching my new podcast. We're out of time? Could I do it again?
This is Patrick Ricey for the Canopy Group. As you set out to explore Minnesota this summer, just know this. There are 234 cities in Minnesota with populations over 2,500. The Canopy Group has customers in all but 7 of those. Why is this fact important? Because the Canopy Group's experience in these Minnesota cities gives them a unique edge in providing you the comprehensive home and auto insurance options you want. Remember, the Canopy Group offers 16 insurance companies for a reason, to help match your specific situations, including your zip code, with an insurance company that meets your needs. This is done for you every year because your specific situation may change. It is also true that the insurance company's appetites that you're with now might change as well. The experience working throughout Minnesota provides thousands of Canopy Group customers with peace of mind, knowing that the Canopy Group is working for you. To learn more, visit thecanopygroup.com today.
Pat, I just looked out the window.
Yes.
Doesn't appear to be too much smoke in the air. I just thought I'd
just
remind
put
you.
that up on the... you know what? The only thing I like about the smoke alert on the overhangs is it beats the hell out of those silly, stupid messages they put
Have
up.
a care, right?
Yeah, they're supposed to be rhyming. They got some guy making $54,000 a year coming up with these little ditties that we don't need. You know,
You only want quips when Kenny's on the morning show. You don't want quips in traffic.
No, I don't want quips
Hey,
in
Pat.
traffic. So anyway, the smoke has not bothered me at all, and I don't buy it.
Pat,
But
what if Luke Keaschall's the real deal?
I was just going to ask you, what do you think of Luke?
Well, I'm too early. I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to get excited yet, but so far so good. 11-game hitting streak.
Here's how you can get excited about him. The Twins, the very conservative Twins, never rush anybody. Brought him to the big leagues at age 22. So that's
Was he an original Twins draft choice?
Yes, 2023, so only 2 years ago. And he was a college guy, though. He had 3 years in college, right? 2 years with the San Francisco. What's their nickname? Come on. The University of San Francisco. You
Something
can do it.
Monks or...
You can do it. The Dons.
The Dons.
The Dons. The San Francisco Dons.
Yeah.
And then he went 1 year to Arizona State. They drafted him second round and liked him from the start. The thing about him is he can run, too. He's got some speed to him.
Well, you know what he's
bases.
got? Some spunk.
He does have
He has
spunk.
spunk.
But that home run yesterday was amazing because it didn't look like he jumped out of his shoes. He had a nice swing at a ball away from him to that right. It wasn't in the porch. It was a little further to right field. And that is a long ways out there, and he hit it out. When he hit it, I thought maybe off the wall or something, but he,
It was one of those that just kept going.
Man alive, he's it's something. And I got to tell you.
So he's played 11 major league games.
Yeah, because
he's got an 11-game hitting streak.
Yeah, and he was hurt early in the year, otherwise he would have been here all year. Did they start the season with him?
No, they brought him up, I think.
Was he at Fort Myers?
No, he was at Double-A.
He was in spring training.
Yeah, he's because he got
Started
hurt
at
last
Wichita.
year.
Yeah.
He had Tommy John last year.
Yes.
And then he started at Wichita. Did he go to AAA or did he come straight to the big leagues?
I can't remember.
I can't either.
Of course, these guys, they don't want to rush anybody because it works out so well when they don't.
I said this to Joe earlier, Pat, and I can't remember if I said this to you, but I liked a lot of what the Twins did at the trade deadline. And I was saying to Joe, there's something about the young, enthusiastic group of kids that are trying to prove themselves, right? It reminds me a little bit of what the club did in 01.
But they could go to Yankee Stadium and give up 28 runs.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, their
get
bullpen's
killed.
their bullpen's going to get
this
hammered.
kid has reached base 24 times
Yes, that's
in
what's
12
amazing.
games. That's a record for the Twins.
Yes.
12 RBIs in his first 12 games, another record with the Twins.
But yesterday, what a time for it, because yesterday we were all, if you're watching the game, you're all saying, what the hell was Austin Martin thinking? And all of a sudden the game's over. He hits a home run.
Right.
So, but it was, I kept thinking, why are they saying it's a 2-run homer? I forgot about the free runner at
second base.
Second base that they put in the game, or
I got to tell you, I was in attendance Friday night. Leland's 10-year-old team was honored. They got to walk the warning track before the game.
I saw him.
And so,
I'm not sure I saw him, but there were some Prior Lake boys there.
yeah,
too.
there was
did they win?
They won the 11U championship, I believe. So anyway,
Is all that stuff over, by the way, right now?
yes, it all completed last
Kids
weekend.
baseball's pretty well. The Little League World Series is on.
That's
right
true
now,
too.
though, right?
Yeah, that's right. But we had the cheap seats. We were up in the third deck because that's where the tickets that you got or whatever. Guess who hit a home run to the right of the head coach of the Jordan 10U team? Bobby Witt Jr.
Oh, that thing was a monstrosity.
crushed.
I heard. I didn't see it. I was listening on the radio.
I'm sitting there.
And Gladden went nuts.
I'm sitting there.
Before he was rudely interrupted, he went nuts.
So we're sitting there, and I'm with a bunch of dads, and the kids were all sitting together in the row behind us. And I went, fellas, heads up. Like, that thing was screaming right towards us.
I love him. God, I love him.
He is such a great
good
player.
He's so fast. The son of a pitcher, to be that kind of a hitter and be that fast is
Will
incredible.
Kansas City try to keep him forever?
They
already
locked him
signed
up.
9-year
did?
contract, yes.
Wow.
In fact, when I was down looking for disgruntled Twins fans, they didn't really care. But I talked to a couple Kansas City. I said to a Kansas City guy, I said, so what was your attitude when they won 56 2 years ago? He said, oh, we were. I said, you're lying to me. He said, no, because they signed Bobby Witt, and we decided that this was a different management, that they wanted to keep somebody instead of get rid of him.
Sure.
So
What if Keaschall becomes your Bobby Witt?
that would be fantastic. That would be. He's a second baseman, not a shortstop, so that makes a difference. But he's. He looks. I love the attitude he brings too.
Yes.
It's like he's just a
He's got
competitor.
spunk.
He's just a competitor having a good time. And if he goes 0 for 4 and strikes out 4 times, he'll be back tomorrow. I think he's that kind of guy. I don't think he has self-doubt. But I once again found out about the boredom of Blue Sky. Right? Mm-hmm. Being the Blue Sky guy. So I tweet, I'm having fun here. I say, you give me the choice between 2 young guys coming back from injury, and I'll take Luke Keaschall over J.J. McCarthy by several lengths. Mm-hmm. Didn't even stir any of the Vikings. There's no Viking fans out there to get all stirred up because they all, J.J. goes 4 for 7 with immaculate protection, and Addison has to make 2 great catches, and he played great.
He played one series.
I know he played one series. I wanted to do this, but I can't research. I can't spend that much time. I want to know how many passes Fran Tarkington threw in exhibition games, and he got injured at age 38. We won't let a guy play, but I'm the regulars played back. Now, I know it's a more vicious game than it used to be, but
Speaking of that, did you see?
He could go play 2 quarters during the exhibition season.
Did you see the video of the Lions player who got hit?
Yeah.
He was shaking. What was the twitching deal about? Did he get hit in the head? Or I thought he got hit in the chest.
I thought it was the head, but I can.
I guess he's okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I hope so.
He tweeted out that either that night or the next day that he was fine.
Well, it didn't look fine.
Oh, I agree with you. Well, I
can't stand that.
They ran out the clock in the game.
I know.
Hey,
Yeah.
Joe, the guy that died 2 years ago is playing again. So,
Right.
It's.
Yeah, oh God, we love our football.
Oh, we love our football.
Now, you said self-doubt. You don't think Keaschall has a lot of self-doubt.
No,
I know
I don't.
somebody who must have a lot. Tommy Fleetwood must have a lot of self-doubt.
Sorry for him.
So did I. And the guy, he played like me.
Yeah, but he, halfway through the ride, he played great to get back in the lead.
Yep.
And then that, they're all asking him the questions, and the question was, what in God's name did you do on that last putt? Mm-hmm. He didn't hit the ball.
Right.
He goes, that was the choke of chokes right there.
But he seems game. He answered people and talked to people. And
How about the putt that Spahn made that didn't win the tournament, though? The one.
Oh, yeah, then the playoff hole. Yeah.
What do you think of that, by the way? We dig a new hole?
I'd rather just go to a different hole.
They don't want the whole crowd running.
That's
there,
it.
But that doesn't change the hole enough.
Right.
They used to go, I don't think you'll see Augusta changing the hole,
Puzzle me this. Now, McElroy didn't play. He's the only guy I can think of who didn't.
And why did he not play?
He didn't need to because he has so many points.
Okay.
Okay, now it said the top...
So he didn't care about the $3 million or whatever it was.
The top 50 now advanced to the BMW.
Yes.
Okay, does that mean the top 50 yesterday?
No. It means the top 50 of the 70 who made it. The top 50, they carried points into it. Now they didn't remember until this year. For a while they were using it as strokes, like they were, the championship this year, the one in Atlanta is just going to be straight scores again. They're not giving
you don't get to go in with a lead.
10 under and 8 under and all that stuff.
But the top 50, does that mean that not necessarily 50 people came from yesterday?
They all came from yesterday, but not necessarily if you finished in the top 50. Like Chris Kirk was like 32nd or something, but it wasn't enough to get him in the top 50. So it's standings.
Could somebody who have finished lower than Kirk also have been in the top 50?
Oh, God, yes. Yeah. There's
okay.
Yeah. In fact, you didn't have to. I don't think you had to be in the top 50 to make the 50 guys who go on.
McElroy didn't show up.
Yeah, he didn't show up.
But I can't think of any other players who didn't.
Well,
Harris English wasn't there.
Math isn't your strength, right?
I agree. I understand.
Let's face that. They come in there with a set amount of points, and if you anybody who finishes in the top 30 probably makes it, but then some of the guys are iffy, and have to. They were trying to explain to us at the end why Kirk wasn't going to make it, and he was like 14 under, 12 under or something. So he finished 51st in the points. So
he's done.
He's done. Yeah, he's done for the season. So
did Fowler make it? I wonder.
Yes.
Did Spieth?
I don't think so.
I think so.
He missed. I think Spieth missed. What happened to him?
I don't know.
He was great, man. He was. Of course, you know what?
He got so great. He's his own private plane guy.
Yeah. Oh God, yes. But you know what? When you don't miss a putt for 5 years,
right,
you can win a lot of tournaments. And then when you start missing putts, look at old Tom Watson, the greatest putter ever. Mm-hmm. He went from being the greatest putter ever to every 4-footer was like, ah.
Now the Fleetwood, it's become a thing. He hasn't won on the PGA Tour,
the
so
trauma.
now it's always.
So what was his paycheck yesterday?
He still made $1.5 million.
Yeah, I know. Plus guaranteed, whatever they get to. You know what? I think he's winning this week. I think he's going to win. I think he's going to win.
I don't think he's...
When you write them off with all these stories that we reach conclusions, sometimes the conclusion, although he's been so close so often, that it's pretty phenomenal.
164 PGA
And what
events.
does he run? Like 17 times in Europe or something, right?
He wins around the world.
Yeah, I mean outside of here, but he's been in 3 times this year. He's been in position to win 3 or 4. The one he was 4 ahead with 4 holes to play.
I had a kid I used to have attended the Live event in Chicago over the weekend, playing at a benign public course.
Did you tell him you were disgraced by his presence?
No, the kid wanted to see. I mean, the kid's a golfer, and he got high-fived by Mickelson. He was having a great old time. But the point is, nobody paid attention.
No,
who won
nobody.
that Live tournament? Do you have any idea?
I have
no idea.
I have no idea.
And in the meantime, there's this great playoff taking place.
And, the Golf Channel is unbelievable. They still don't even put it on a crawl.
Right.
Live. So were there any people out there? Because they've had some events that drew pretty well, and then others, nobody shows up. But their TV ratings, I saw one thing, that their TV rating earlier this year, they had 117,000 people watching in the United States or something.
Just imagine if, Mickey Mantle and Bobby Witt and Bob Gibson and Sandy Koufax and Roger Maris and Harmon Killebrew. One summer, they just went to a different baseball league.
The Federal League.
It wasn't on TV.
Well, this is on TV, but nobody watches.
This is ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
Will this be resolved?
Well, I don't think so. Now, you got to know that if you're Scotty Scheffler, then he's not leaving. But they're calling you up and, do you want $1 billion? Yes.
What do you think they offered Justin Rose?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't take it.
No, he didn't.
What did they offer Tiger?
Well, the sky was the limit. He wasn't going to take it.
When you were at Muirfield, that was Justin Rose's 17-year-old British amateur. He was the British amateur champ. That's why he played in it. I think he made the cut.
He's now 45.
I think he made the cut. He's now 45. My famous story on Justin Rose is you got the betting shop down the street corner, and the first 2 days you can bet in threesomes, but you guys got to win. You can't bet. You got to bet who's going to win the threesome, not who's going to finish second or third, who's going to win the threesomes. So Justin Rose, the 17-year-old kid, was 7-1 odds against to win the threesome. He was in with Tiger and some other guy, and I bet him. I went down and bet $20 on him, and he beat Tiger that first day. But the other guy tied him, so he didn't win the group, so I didn't win the bet.
Oh.
I can't remember who the guy that tied him was. But
what year was
then
that?
After that, Tiger
2002.
Tiger was going to win it. Tiger would have won it, but then the storm came out on Saturday, and that took care of him. He shot 81.
Who won that year? Ernie Els?
Ernie Els.
Sorry,
in
which
a 4-player
tournament?
playoff.
Muirfield. The Open. Open.
Yes.
Open results.
No. Yeah, we were at the British Open.
Yeah.
Right. What was what year though?
July
2002.
18th, 2002 to July 21st, 2002.
The most anti-female club in the world. They had to change their policy to get the thing back. That was the place. The captain. They had the captain who ran the place, who would come. You could be a U.S. guy who paid like $300 to play, and he'd walk down and watch you hit off the tee, and then he'd say 9 holes. if you didn't hit a proper shot,
Yeah.
the captain.
Ernie Els won that tournament.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
In a 14
In a 14 playoff with Thomas Levitt, Stuart Appleby, and Steve Elkington.
And Steve Elkington and Stuart Appleby was the best part of the story because on Saturday morning they were the first group off the tee, and they were. They were out of it. There was 45 guys ahead of them, and they went out and they both shot, 68 or something. They both shot good, but they went out and got themselves all full of liquor afterwards, the two of them. And the next day they're teeing off second to the last because
the storm hit.
Storm hit, and everybody shot 100. So they were, they didn't look at the weather forecast. I can't remember. One of them was talking about it. I think. I'm not sure it was Elkington or probably Elkington.
Ernie won $700,000 for that.
Back then, chump change.
And the three gentlemen that tied for second had 286.
Where'd Tiger end up?
Tiger, give me a second here while I look for him.
He shot 81 on Saturday.
Yeah, he shot. It's not. It's only giving me the top four on this particular page.
Did you attend the Vikings game?
No, but I watched at least 8 plays.
I didn't see that many. I forgot it was on.
You know what I am, and you don't get it in the exhibition games. I'm a red zone guy. I don't sit there and watch the Vikings screw around between the 20s.
You mean the Red Zone channel?
Yeah, the Red Zone.
Where they take you from game to game?
When a team's threatening to score. Right. That's all I care about.
Speaking of Red Zone, did you see the number in which ESPN and the NFL combined forces last week? Did you guys not see this story?
No.
So
for which game?
ESPN now owns the NFL Network. And in exchange for that acquisition, the NFL now owns 10% of ESPN.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
And I'm not a journalist, but that seems to be a conflict of interest.
I don't think they're going to be ripping them, although...
Yeah, and it's going to become Fox Sports North is what it's going to become.
Pablo is doing this big thing on this investigative thing, Joe. So the NFL Players Association files a collusion case against them because Goodell and other people were basically telling the owners about the evils of long-term contracts, right? They were lecturing them. Well... They basically, the arbiter ruled that, yes, they did say all this stuff, but no, it wasn't collusion because I don't know why. He probably got paid off. But it wasn't collusion. But then rather than let this come out, the NFLPA head of the guy who replaced D. Morris Smith, agreed to not make it public with the NFL. And there are rumors as to what occurred, but the guy now resigned because of the scandal. And then the other guy, Treader, the player who was the president, the one guy was the executive director, but they started looking into the executive director. Lots of expense accounts at the strip club. So he was one of those guys that ate lunch at they have a really good hamburger, tacos or something.
Like our guy Royce White.
Right. Royce White said, yeah, the tacos were good.
Who owns ESPN?
It's Disney.
Disney owns
but
ESPN.
The NFL got 10% of it.
So
now.
NFL has 10% of Disney. ESPN, which is a
branch.
Disney property.
Yes, a branch of Disney. But
I did go to the strip club, which I shouldn't have been in, which I haven't been in since then.
That's right.
That's right.
Now, who's that?
Isn't that your guy Pac-Man?
No.
Pac-Man who was that?
Yeah, that's Jones.
It was Pac-Man Jones.
Pac-Man Jones. Pac-Man.
Who's the guy I love with the thick colloquial
Pat
accent?
Williams?
Pat Williams, you couldn't understand
Yeah,
him.
right. Great guy, though.
Yeah.
Terrific guy.
That was
And
the
when
same
you-
with Sammy White back in the day. You couldn't understand him.
Another great
Hell,
guy.
he's a school teacher.
Another great guy.
Yeah.
It's got to be 15 years. I did a piece on him because the Gophers were going down to play Louisiana Monroe, whenever that was, 20 years ago probably. Mace was coaching. And I went and
You found Sammy.
I went and saw Sammy, yeah, and Mrs. Sammy's great. She's a hell of a gal.
Yeah, because we got all this talent over here, and like
that's Pat.
And, we lost 4, so like 3 games, 1-3 right now. So we got a lot of talent. So everybody ain't expect us to be 1-3, just like Dallas and inside the same boat we are. So 1-3.
But he isn't talking that way because he's a brother from Louisiana.
No, I know.
Eddie Oregon, Oregon, the coach, was worse.
I got to find the Roger Goodale one.
Find the one.
Yeah, like he'll caught the ball up. Like if
it ain't that one. It wasn't that one. I got to find Eddie too.
I got the winner right here. W.
No, it's not that one. Let me see if it's. I think it's this one.
No, it ain't about getting back on. It's about trying to win. So that's our main focus. We don't care if we was on the road this week, at home this week. We got to win this game. We got to win. Like, can't go 1-4.
What a great guy! He was a hell of a guy.
You only need to call Roger Goodale.
Look up Ed.
I have Ed in the system.
Well,
then
Ed
play Ed.
Talking to his mom. Talking to his mom. They got the one talking to his mom because they're speaking Cajun French.
Right.
You know? It's unbelievable.
You have to give me a second here.
Oh, man.
When do our Fighting Gophers play football?
The Thursday night before Labor Day.
Not this Thursday.
The 28th, I believe. They've made the traditional Thursday opener now before Labor Day weekend.
Do they have any high-paid players?
Yeah, they spent a little on.
Well, the safety, didn't they give him some money? Corey Parrish?
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
They, Ohio State wanted him. So, but the 20, despite no matter what they're getting in name, image, and likeness, the $20 million that the Gophers are paying to the players as part of that settlement, Fleck gets 75% of it.
Really?
So, yeah, he gets like $14 million of it or $15 million. Wow. And then the basketball gets a little taste. Women's basketball gets a little taste. Hockey doesn't get much, and volleyball doesn't get much. But only 5 of the sports are getting it, but he's getting virtually all of it. So
why in the hell should he get all of it?
Because football's the goose. Mm-hmm. Football is where the TV money comes from. So you can't find it.
I can't. I'm trying to find. There was a news report that I'm trying to find.
That was one of the most fun columns I've written in the last 10 years when I got his buddy that he grew up with. And I got him to start telling me stories about.
Wasn't he talking about a shrimp boat or something?
In the summer in Louisiana, they shoveled shrimp after the boats came in. And in a big warehouse, they shoveled the shrimp. By the way, that's the shrimp we're eating, and it's sitting in the heat of Louisiana. And they would sleep in there on a couple of cots, like in the next room. And then they would. The best part was they would go to the bar, but their buddy made him sit in the trunk. He wouldn't let him. The guy that drove him to the bar
they
made him
so
sit
bad.
in the trunk because they smelled so bad. But apparently he got in the bar and everybody smelled bad. I don't know. But Louisiana in the summer, 101 degrees and moist. And God. It was funny.
I wonder if the State High School League will allow. This is the first day teams can practice high school football.
It's too hot?
But no, there's a smoke warning.
Oh,
air quality alert.
There's an air quality alert that might prevent the lads from suiting up.
Who can tell them not to? The state?
I don't know if it's up to the individual school
State
or
High School League,
maybe.
Do you know what debuts tomorrow for us, I guess?
In the paper, you mean?
Well, it won't be in the paper, but it'll be online. The website Varsity, which is a second website for the Star Tribune, which is about high school sports.
Really?
Yeah, that's the Boston Globe's doing that. That's the big thing now to get people to spend $10 a month to buy your subscription.
I suppose they think this will be attractive to a lot of suburban parents.
Yes, and it has proven successful places, but what happens after your kid graduates, I don't have any idea. But anyway, that's
coming full circle because Preps used to drive the thing. Back in the day,
sure,
Preps was big.
Yes, it was, and then it went, Preps not at all, but now it's big again. So
I don't know what you guys are going to do, though, with this 4-page sports section.
I saw Charlie Walters there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a couple of days ago at the Twins game, and I said, how do you like working for the sports section that has the most space in the Twin Cities?
Golf, here's the FedEx St. Jude. It's the playoffs. All you got for today for the finishing round, you got 10 players.
Yes, and is this one of our classy sports sections where we got not only do we have 4 pages, but a half of them is the classified ads we got half the time.
Oh, you got notices of mortgage foreclosure.
I
didn't even notice that.
That's
I thought these were football agates, so I didn't even read it.
No, if the classifieds fill the hole that they have for them someplace else, it goes into this puny, crappy sports section we have.
Wow.
Unreal. They don't care about print.
We got a 6 p.m. Oh, we're in New York, so that's an 8 p.m. start in New York?
Does Matt Wallner have a healthy and beautiful baby? I know he just had a baby.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see that news.
Yeah, he didn't play Saturday and Sunday.
I was going to say, because he played Friday night. Okay.
Mom had he hit a 900-foot home run.
That thing was crushed.
Friday. Well, yeah, Matt, get on the plane. You're in Yankee Stadium. All you got to do is fist a couple.
Just this. Yeah. And it's going out.
Fist a couple.
Did he stay home?
I'm not sure. I guess they made Buxton's back today, by the way.
Really? I was wondering if he was going to take the rest of the year off.
No, he's back today, and I'm not sure.
Will he play?
I'm not sure which one of these superstars we got rid of, but anyway. Just so it wasn't Luke.
They're no different than they were before the trade.
No, except the bullpen is a little more shaky, but I did have fun. I guess I told you this Friday. No, I didn't, because I talked to them later, and I was talking to the fans, and the Duran trade is the one that appeared to upset people more than anyone. They like Duran, and they should have.
But they got a decent return for him, don't you think?
Well, I don't know. Two young guys you're not going to see for a while. But anyway, I said, well, maybe they can work up a production, with the lights going and everybody turn on their cell phone and the music blaring for Justin Topa. And I got some obscene gestures and comments and stuff like that. People did not think that was as funny as I did. I thought that was pretty funny.
Where did Milwaukee and New York play yesterday?
Mets in Milwaukee.
In Milwaukee, yeah.
I would imagine we got 42,000, huh?
Well, they hold 40,000. They sold 41,000. No, they had 42,461 in the yard.
Wow.
Which has a capacity of 41,700.
Wow.
Yes.
Did you see the play?
The winning home run was hit by Isaac Collins from Maple Grove.
Did you see the play that ended the game on Saturday night?
No.
Where I forget who the center fielder is for Milwaukee, gunned down Marte at the plate to win the game.
Oh, really?
That was such a great play.
After they rose up and scored 3 quick runs, Contreras hit the guy that Helsley comes in. He throws 102, 103, and 104 his first 3 pitches, and then they get 2 runs off him. 3 runs off him.
Wow.
Yeah. They're just.
It's fun to have a team in the hunt.
Yes.
They're just a machine, man.
Oh, that was their 9th win in a row?
Yes, 9th in a row, and best record in baseball I think the Cubbies have the 2nd best record in baseball, don't they?
There's a thing going around the socials comparing Shohei Ohtani to Babe Ruth.
Their numbers in their first 6, or what was it, the first 6 seasons, right?
First 674 games. Their records are identical in home runs, innings pitched, and pitching victories. Identical. I think that's frightening.
Yeah, it is.
Somebody's not. Babe Ruth was either Shohei Ohtani or vice versa.
Babe was a big, strong guy, but I kind of like Shohei in an arm wrestling match.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, right. Yeah, no wonder. You can see why baseball, when you see Shohei and what he means and throwing as hard as he does and hitting those home runs, you can see why they went along with the cover-up that the guy stole the 15 the gambling money was all stolen from him, and he had no idea that it was happening.
His interpreter.
Yeah, his interpreter stole.
Well, why did the interpreter agree to be put under the bus?
He's going to serve his 7 years and
then be a billionaire.
Then he's going to have $100 million in his bank.
I have it. It's from Hector Gomez, who I think we've had him on. Didn't we have him on before?
Pedro.
That's what it was. Hector Gomez.
Pedro's no longer
Read this.
Babe Ruth, 159 home runs in his first 674 career games. His win-loss record was 35-18 in his first 455 career innings pitched. Shohei Ohtani, 160 home runs in his first 674 career games. His win-loss is 35-19 in his first 455 innings pitched.
That's frightening.
That's odd,
That's
man.
voodoo.
That is witchery.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What the hell?
I forgot we lost Pedro. You're right. He passed away.
Pedro died suddenly.
That was too bad.
Boom. Oh, God, he's a great guy. He wrote the ballsiest column I have ever read. World Series, before Game 6, Arizona. He's writing for the Arizona Republic. Curt Schilling's going to pitch the game. And he writes about how nobody on the team can stand Curt Schilling, and he's a complete jackass. Wow. Oh, man, they were screaming at him. He was in the press box. I was sitting near him. They were screaming at him and stuff. And then Schilling not only Schilling gets – no, the Yankees won that game, didn't they? No, the Diamondbacks won 2 at home when they came back home, right? Yeah, so Schilling won that game, and then he pitched didn't he relieve the next game?
Because Johnson pitched the next one.
Johnson pitched most of it, but he wrote that column. I said, "Way to go, Pedro."
That is ballsy.
That is, that is. To say the least.
Speaking of Johnson, did you see him and Ichiro playing catch? Because Ichiro was throwing out the first pitch. I think they were retiring his number or something.
Yes.
This past weekend, him and Randy Johnson are playing catch in the down below the hallway of the clubhouse. It was just cool watching these two guys playing catch so he could go throw out the first pitch.
So I got to tell you this St. Thomas thing, right? So I was over there today, and he had 4 players. Caruso there, and he's got a big old offensive lineman from Maple Grove, Laliberty. Mm-hmm. Got a kid's name, Jason Laliberty. He's been a 4-year player for him. And I said, so are you any relation to Bill Laliberty from St. John's years ago? A great St. John's player. And he said, I don't think so. I've never heard of him. And I said, well, the gene pool would have had to change a little because he was like 125. He was a little tiny guy. And I was reading his Hall of Fame St. John story about how when he showed up for practice at the college, they didn't have any pads that were small enough for him, so they had to go over to the prep school and find some 8th graders to put him in. A little tiny guy, but he played hockey there at Robbinsdale too. But he was a great Robbinsdale player. But he was a Johnny legend from the early years. And
Robbinsdale doesn't even have a high school anymore, do they? Well, it's all Hopkins, isn't it?
No, they got Cooper and Armstrong.
Oh, they're called Cooper and Armstrong.
Cooper is Robbinsdale. Cooper is in. I think it's in Robbinsdale. Armstrong's in New Hope. But the Robbinsdale School District, of which I've been a taxpayer for many, many years, is got Armstrong and Cooper are the 2 high schools. And then we have numerous junior highs. And
the old Robbinsdale High School building must still be a grade school or something.
Yeah, community center or something. Boy, there's a lot of old suburban schools that are community centers now, isn't there? Although ours, we're near Sandburg Grade School, and it was closed for a while, but it's reopened again now. So that's a good sign for Golden Valley.
Is Fulda High School still standing?
Yes. We just passed a bond issue, I saw. And with a graduating class of 22.
Did you see where Hated Slayton was in the news the other day?
Yes, they're going to hell with XL. I'm on the bandwagon.
We want our own power company.
Yes,
the hell with XL.
They're mad at XL because
because they had a storm and nobody bothered to show up and help.
Transformer caught on fire and nobody did anything about it. Yeah, well, I know. If I was in Slayton, I'd be saying, "Yay, yes, get them." Although last time it bleeped out a couple days ago, and I hardly had time to curse when it returned. About 2 minutes later.
Are you're still out?
Oh God, no!
Oh.
No! I said it was. It came back, and then we were out for a day and a half when we had the big storm, and then it came back. But the other day it bleeped. Oh, the other morning I get up, I look out the door, and I don't realize this. I fell asleep on a couch. I didn't realize we don't have any power. I look out and I look at the pool that's not running. I said, now what? Then I find out the power's out for 2 hours for no apparent reason. They just like to shut us down a couple of times a week to agitate us, I guess. I don't know why.
I know you sell Buicks.
Yes, I do.
And I've been telling you about this Buick I was enamored by.
Yeah.
Okay, I finally got it sold.
Okay.
It was the Buick Regal Tour X.
Okay.
A sleek station wagon. It was only produced from 2018 to 2020. So
Really?
your guy might still find you one.
You can go out and find them, probably a used one, the Buick, the Regal.
It's a
Tour
Regal
X.
station wagon. It was from a flying horse, I thought it was a Benz.
Okay.
If you're passing by on a flying horse, you go, look at that Benz.
What are there any station wagons anywhere anymore? Not many.
Not many.
I mean, the SUV is just a bigger version, right? So
This was a European tourer, sports tourer.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
I bet the fellows out there would be able to find you one.
For sure.
Well, I'm not in the market. How
many cars you own now?
Well, that's not important. I just don't happen to need one. I just happen to like that car.
You got a lot of. We were on the Mimi on Thursday. Joe got a lot of compliments about his ride on Thursday.
Oh.
We were entertaining some clients.
Oh, really? On the Mimi? How's the Mimi looking? Pretty
it was
good?
fun. It was a fun night.
Same perfect condition.
Mm-hmm.
Pristine.
Yes, well, Mr. Hubbard likes stuff to be pristine.
Yes,
that's for sure.
Well, I mean, perfect.
There's no fingerprints anywhere.
Mm-hmm. And Tommy Mishki wasn't there to leap off leap into the water, which was that pretty well end the
staff outings.
Staff's outings.
I think so.
Yeah, maybe the staff outings. What's he doing, Mishki?
He's got a podcast now.
Is he
with
doing
us?
here? Or
Yeah,
on this
here?
with us.
Yep.
Really? I missed that. So where do you find it?
You go to garagelogic.com and you can find it. But you can also, because Tommy usually comes in and records it on Wednesday and Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
How about that?
Yep.
By the way, I have moved my podcast with Judd. We have moved to Tuesdays now instead of Mondays, so we can give you all fresh material here on this podcast.
Well, are you telling me that before you were holding back?
No, but I was repeating stuff that might have been said earlier in the day.
So that the Judd and Patrick podcast preceded Monday Night Sports Talk? So this will be totally fresh.
I want it fresh.
I want it fresh.
Material. Yes, fresh material. So
all right, pal.
That's it.
That's
all right. But do we need
we do need to sell a few vehicles with Jim Paul
and Brett Paul's Valley Group of GM dealers. Go check and see if that Buick Regal station wagon 2020, they might have a few in the lot that have been traded in for one of those fantastic SUVs that they are selling right now. And listen, you got low interest rates, you got big factory rebates, you got huge inventory, SUVs ready to sell, 2024 really good prices, and 2025s, which are pristine. The Invista, very popular, the smaller one. So and the finance people there, they've helped me in the past to make sure that writing out that check every month or sending in the payment was going to be easy. No fuss, no muss. Anyway, Jim Paul, Brett Paul, Valley Group of GM dealers. Get out there in Apple Valley and check out that inventory.